Hello, Louisiana beer reviews. We have Elysian Dragonstooth Stout, 19.2 ounce can. Bought this at ABC Market. I was sitting out there by the pool in a nice surrounding to do the video, and then it started raining and got fairly heavy. So I said, well, so much for that idea. Would have been nice. We opened our doors in '96. When bold art and music defined Seattle, we carry that same spirit in the way we brew our beer. Artwork by local Seattle tattooer and good friend Joe Wu. Imperial Oatmeal Stout, rich, velvety complex, combining notes of chocolate, oats, and citrus. I bought this at, like I said, ABC Market on one of the main avenues here in Waikiki, Honolulu. It was $5.99 for this can. 8.1% alcohol, brewed in Seattle, Washington. It's got a good date. I'm drinking coffee with it. They have coffee at this hotel from 7 a.m. to, that hissed, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's just after 7, so I'm doing early morning review. They don't sell beer in this town until 6 a.m. and that's the same in my town. They don't sell beer between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. in my town because they said that that's when the cops were always being called out to break up fights at bars those hours, so they just don't sell beer or any liquor or wine at those for those 4 hours. All right, so we get a thick tan head, beige head, yeah, beige, and a very dark brown. I don't have a glass. I got this plastic hotel glass, hotel cup. Very dark brown, as it seems. Yeah, so I had to pick everything up and come in here. It would have been nice sitting out there early morning, but can't help the rain. My shirt got wet because I had to hold the cans up against my shirt to open the gate. They have the gate locked here until 7 a.m. You have to have a code to get in. And I was walking here about 4 a.m. to go get something to eat. There's vagrants all around this town, man. It's plagued worse than New Orleans, I think, by vagrants. One guy wanted me to give him $1. I said, no. And one guy wanted me to buy him some food. I said, go in this, I was at 7-Eleven. I said, go in there. Maybe they'll donate some to you. And he said, really? And he went in there, like I had information, he went in there by the counter and I was watching. And he's telling the girl, that guy told me you would donate. I didn't say they would. I said, perhaps they will. And then she ended up giving him something. And he left. So, that's that story. Now this thing is tasting really good, and I'm going to describe it. And it's going to go so well with coffee and cream. Okay, my hair is so long. I have to make a ponytail. Okay, well, I'm a hipster, Yeah, it smells like roasted coffee, but of course it's just barley malt. Now they have the oatmeal like you get with Samuel Smith's oatmeal stout. That's only coming in at 5, right? This is 8.1, like Steel Reserve, high gravity, or Hurricane, which they have 40-ounce bottles of Hurricane here, glass bottles, just like in Baton Rouge. Okay, except twice the price. Well, at least $1.50 more. Okay, focus. Yeah, roasted malt, dark bread crust. I love stouts the most. That's my favorite style. No style's better than any other, but I do have a favorite. Okay. Body's not heavy. It's not thin like a porter, but it's medium. It's low medium even. No, let's try it again. Yeah, low medium, but with a velvety mouthfeel. So it has that velvety mouthfeel that you get with stouts, and you don't really get with porters. You don't get with porters. Even the Imperial Baltic porters, which are lagers. Bitterness, it's not too much. I'll say 2.5 out of 5 hop cones. Sweetness, seems like a dry stout. 2.5 out of 5 sugar cubes, so it's very balanced. Except in the alcohol. That's high, and I'm going to drink this whole can. Do not. I thought all the ABC stores were the same, like, because I went to about 4 the first day I was here, and they had the same thing, you know, alcohol, beer, and cigarette. I think that's what that must stand for, or cigar. And I was like, oh, they all got the same stuff. And then I went to the marketplace, which is their big grocery store, like a full-size grocery store, and I was like, oh yeah, look, they had some other stuff. And then this morning, before 6 a.m., I'm walking around, no, right at 6 a.m., on that street I was telling you about, and they opened at 6:30, and I went in at the marketplace, bought 2 other beers that I hadn't seen, didn't even recall seeing them the other day, and then and I bought 2 more at the ABC store. So I'm gonna have to stop in all the ABC stores because it looks like they don't have the same lineup. Kuhayo Avenue, that's it, Kuhayo. I'm on Beach Walk, and I cut across on Kalakaua Avenue. Kalakaua Avenue. Kalakaua Avenue. Sorry, Kalakaua Avenue. And then I went up Lure Street, and then I came back down on Kaulani Street Avenue. Kaulani Avenue. No. Seaside Avenue. Sorry, I went too far east. Anyway, there's a lot of expensive restaurants here and a lot of expensive stores here. And there is the Aloha Brewery. The one over here is closed. I thought the whole thing was closed, but downtown it was open. Little brew pub kind of thing. Chinatown was the best part so far with their food. I don't really know what Polynesian food is. I think it's just like they like to barbecue a lot, roast a lot of pork, or grill it with vegetables and rice, and like maybe like sweet glaze. But I like that kind of stuff. Okay, this stuff, I like this kind of stuff too. It is wonderful, and it is pairing so well with the coffee. I'm gonna drink 3 cups. If they could get rid of the vagrant problem, I don't know how you do that though, because where are they going to go? They can't go to another state, and that's not like they're going to buy a plane ticket. But I can see that a lot of these people are not from here. They don't appear to be. But if they just keep harassing them, they'll maybe get a job, stop living on the street. Obviously, no one does that as a goal. That's like a obviously deep serious mental issue when you're laying in the street, drug addiction, psychiatric, schizophrenia, bipolar, manic depressive type situation. I get that, but they're not going to stop if you don't stop them. So it looks like they're kind of ramping up a little bit, maybe a pressure campaign. Now in a state like Louisiana, where they could just go somewhere else, because they can get around. They, if you just harass them constantly, they'll leave. They'll just go to another city where it's like a refuge city, and then they'll take over that place, make life miserable there. Because they know the word gets out. There's like a hobo net, like the internet. There's like hobo net, and they know what cities are favorable to people who are work avoidant. And this one appears to be, but that seems to be changing. Negatives on this beer, I'd like you to tell me what they are. So far I've reviewed these. I get the impression a lot of people come to Hawaii and do a prodigious amount of drinking because these stores are full of liquor, wine and beer, and a lot of it. And I don't think they're down here just drinking like orange juice and pineapple juice and coffee. But this is all I drank so far plus that. Okay, and this is day 3. The fresh squeeze, and I couldn't understand why they didn't have the, this is from the Deschutes, we used to get that in Louisiana, why they didn't have the Independent Brewers Association and thing. But I saw the Hazy Juicy over there at the marketplace, and it did have it on the can. So, I don't know, can't explain it. Kona Gold Cliff IPA with the pineapple. Wonderful. The Deschutes Fresh Squeezed is wonderful. Tall Hat Imperial IPA from 21st Amendment Brewery. Also doesn't have that designation on it, independent craft brewery, but I don't know. It did this, like I said, may not have wanted to pay for it, or join the association. This was good, but just very good. It wasn't excellent. It was too sweet. A lot of these super duper IPAs, they're more like American strong ales, and when you think about them enough, they're kind of like malt liquors, but an ale malt. Well, some malt liquors are ale, but and one of these, or that comes said sugar added, but they're really syrupy sweet. But it was good, but just very good. A B plus, not. These other two were in the A range, definitely. This one is definitely in the A range, and it's not just because I like stouts. It's because it's a very good stout. It's a wonderful stout. It's an amazing stout. Got a little sourness like you get with Guinness. The oatmeal, I guess it's given a lit that's, usually gives it a slick body, slick mouthfeel, but I'm not picking up any slickness, just, I don't know. They must have been very careful with it. Probably the only time I ever get to try it, unless they're, and really their distribution is fading in Louisiana. We used to get a lot more. Now we get Space Dust and the pumpkin pack in the fall, late summer. So that's about it. Score. Yeah, there's bitterness, but it's, I don't know, it's more like sour. Maybe the bitterness is 3 out of 5 hop cones, but it's probably coming from more like acrid bitterness from the roasted, not the hops. Still, it's super. I could drink this constantly. I would never get tired of it. Really. summer, fall, hot weather, really cold, it wouldn't matter to me. I wouldn't care. Definite 95 out of 100. 9.5 out of 10. Pairs well with coffee. So we have 4 winners, 3 super dupers, and 1 good. One nice one, but not a winner. But not a, you know what I'm saying, out of this world winner, but still definitely worth trying. 21st Amendment tall hat, definitely worth trying. So I bought 3 others. They're in that mini fridge, so I'll tackle those later in the week. See how they come out. So Les Bon Temps Relais, an awesome beer trip. Now the Vagabond experience, or the not Vagabond because they don't go anywhere. The Vagrant, the Vagrant experience. That's a 2 thumbs down. So Hawaii, it's okay. This is the 50th state I've been to. This is 50 out of 50. I could live without seeing all of that. That's a real bummer. I don't care about luxury goods, expensive shops, and like fine dining. Fine dining's okay, but you pay a lot and you get like a little plate. It's like, and I saw some of the photos. I'm like, that's small. And I'm not a hog, but I don't want to pay like $49 for the special, and it's like something I can eat, and I'm hungry. I went to the little market stall at the marketplace in Chinatown. It was $7 even, and it was like a big piece of chicken, huge piece of the chicken and pork and the rice, and I was full, and then the vegetable. I was full. I didn't eat anything the rest of the day. So I like values, and I'm not saying I'm being a cheapskate, but I don't like rip-offs. So I feel that the beer here is not a rip-off, and the liquor is not a rip-off. It's just you're going to have to pay for shipping because it's so far out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. But beyond that, and the hotel is not a rip-off. I get it's a tourist area. Everything's going to be elevated, but I think I got a great value on this room. A great value. Okay, well, and the airfare was unreal. $404. Well, $487 total price for the fees and charges and everything. $487 round trip from New Orleans to Honolulu. And then they were telling me at the National Monument, they said, well, it's a slow part of the year. Labor Day is a bad time for Hawaii tourism. Kids are back in school, and the occupancy rate is down. So she said, the park ranger said, that's why you got that cheap flight. And the room rates will be low. I said, okay. I didn't plan it like that. It wasn't strategic. I just was looking around and they had a good price. All right, so let's see. Tomorrow I might go to the University of Hawaii football game. Let's see about that. Thank you. And Les Bon Temps Relais, y'all go to Washington, Seattle, Washington, and take a brewery tour. That's the only cap I bought.